All right, welcome back, my dear student. So, we're going to continue learning about how to communicate with our database since this is actually super important. All right, I want you to get this. Uh, I want you to know how to do this. And we're going to concentrate, all right, focus on the CRUD create, read, update, and delete. Once we learn that, then we're going to continue building on that knowledge by using controllers in a different way, using models and things like that, so that way you can get some more experience on it. All right, we might build a very small project of logging in, and maybe we'll extend that project like I usually do on all my courses. All right, I usually make a small introduction, then I end up with a big project at the end. But hopefully I can make this course enough with enough information that you can get some experience, and then you can go flying on your own. All right, so anyway, I am in the user model. All right, I'm gonna actually, all right, I'm not gonna take this off because I'm gonna actually use it to, I'm gonna take the database out of here because we don't need it anymore. And the auto load, I'm gonna take it out for the moment. All right, so anyway, on the user model here, we see that we are actually using this helper method here called result. Now, this helper method or function, whatever you want to call it, all right, returns an object, an array of objects back to us in the user's controller here. All right, we assign it to this and we pass it in here. We talked about that. Now, the thing is that we can also, all right, use this differently. Instead of using the get, all right, we can come here and say this. And I always like to, if you see, I don't copy and paste too much sometimes because I always like to get used to whatever framework I'm working on. All right, so that's why I always write it, and I encourage you guys to always write down your code instead of copy and pasting too much. All right, so this DB, and we can say query, and some of you have seen me using this in some of my other courses, this function here, and basically it works very similarly. We just say select everything from users. There we go. All right, and then we could say, and we can actually assign it to a variable, and we could, if we wanted to, return not the result but return the query. I'm gonna use a method here. Let's see, another method helper, num rows, just to give you an idea. Num rows, and there we go. Save, and then come back here, enter. Actually, this is not it, sorry about that. Let's go back here, let's go to our users controller and then show, and we have a, all right, I'm sorry about that. Let's go to our users here and here. All right, and we need to paste, I mean comment that out, and then we need to echo out results. Actually, if we echo out results, I think it will come out good. Let's just echo it out, results. Let me see, enter, there we go, and we can see that we have the number 2. That's because we have 2 rows in our table, right? We could also come back to users, to user model, and instead of rows we can actually use something else. We can use fields. I'm gonna comment this out, and this time I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna change this to fields. All right, and then we come back here and we say enter, and now 3. What is this bringing to me right now, to us? What is this showing us? Why is the other one 2? Well, the other one was rows, and fields will actually give me the columns 1, 2, and 3. Right, and these are how many columns we got in the users table. All right, so that's what fields, and you can make a comment here. This will give me the columns. number, whatever. All right, so make some documentation there if you are new to this, that will help you out to remember this stuff. This will give me the rows number, or count, just to make it better for you. There we go, count. All right, like this. And you can make documentation for everything else there. I just don't want to make this lecture too long watching me slow typing this. All right, so that's what that num rows and num fields would do. And as you can see, we're using this method here called query, or this function, and we are actually selecting all from users here, writing our query on ourselves. All right, instead of depending on the get. All right, so in the next lecture, I'm going to continue helping you get more knowledge and learn how to do more CRUD syntax. Learning more syntax from CodeIgniter. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.